Boom shakalaka, the market down almost 10% today. How much worse could this get? Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, the market dumps almost 10% today. Is it going to get worse? What are the levels to look at? We're going to be taking a look at all of that today. Before we get into it, guys, like the video, join us on Twitter at Crypto Love, and of course, subscribe to the OG Bitcoin and Crypto YouTube channel, making daily videos since 2017. And also, today's episode is sponsored by World Mobile Token, so stay tuned for a sponsored review. Now, Fear and Greed Index today at 74, significant drop from last week and last month in extreme greed in the 70s, 80s, but falling down. And if price does not recover by tomorrow, I would consider it would fall even further, probably into neutral, maybe even into fear territory. Now, the overall market down 9% today. Bitcoin at 94,423, Ethereum at 3204, XRP 209, BNB 636, Solana 182, Dogecoin 28 cents, Cardano 80 cents, and Tron 23 cents. And if we take a look at things, Bitcoin broke through many levels of support. So first, we have these increasingly vertical parabolic support lines, broke through two of those, also broke through the $100,000 big even, also broke through volume profile support right here around 98,000, and broke through the 21 EMA, which historically has been very good support for Bitcoin in this bull market. You might note that price is quickly approaching the 50-day moving average right now at $91,500. Also, there is what was previous support for this wick all the way down here on December 5th at 88,888. Wow, how about that number? And there is the next trendline support of these ever-growing things, which right now is roughly 83,000, but approaching that 88,800 or $89,000 level. So those are the areas to keep an eye out for Bitcoin. If you believe in Bitcoin, well, price could be coming back up, but it does appear like Bitcoin price got rejected by the trend line from the previous peaks. It did not break through, caused some rejection. How long that'll last, time will only tell. Bitcoin right now, the 4-hour is first touching the 200 EMA since $67,000. Now, after it touched that, look at what it did after that. Price went from $67,000 to, in the short term, over $100,000. So, is there a possibility for another big move? Certainly is, especially when you take a look at this trend line right here, about to bounce, once again touching that bottom trend line there for Bitcoin. And right now, crypto chatter about buying the dip hits an 8-month high. Look at this, higher than here, as high as it was back here. My goodness, with Bitcoin falling as low as $95,500, the ratio of crypto discussions that are about buying crypto's dip has reached the highest level in over 8 months. Does that mean that people are buying the dip and price will not go down any lower? It's possible. If we take a look at the leveraged traders, we can see that right now they're going long on Bitcoin. Now, they pretty much, as a majority, did well. Traders on Binance nailed the top with 62% shorting Bitcoin at $108,000. Now sentiment has flipped. 55% are going long as Bitcoin dips below $96,000. So there's a possibility that may be as low as we're going to go with the Bitcoin limbo. As a matter of fact, the RSI right now, oversold. This is a strong buy signal for Bitcoin. It has not been this oversold in a while. Dipped soon, and then there were other factors that caused a dip, but now the market is trying to tell us something. Yes, when the RSI is oversold, good time to buy. Maybe. You have to remember, giant cup and handle formation for Bitcoin. We have not yet reached that measured top for it. So bull market not yet over, likely a lot longer to go. As a matter of fact, when looking to buy low or sell high, which is the inverse of what most of us do, we like to buy high and sell low, and that's how we lose all our money. But don't just look at prices, look at how competing traders have performed. If we take a look at this, Bitcoin's average returns based on wallets making at least one transfer in the past 30 days have a negative 1.9% return. That's this circle over here on the right, despite Bitcoin's all-time high happening just 3 days ago. Interesting. With many traders buying as the top as euphoria was kicking in, Bitcoin now finds itself with the lowest average wallet returns since the start of the bull rally on October 10th. Interesting, the last time the average wallet returns were this low was right before the beginning of the giant rally. Does that mean that we are about to have the same thing happening? With this metric averaging 0% over the history of Bitcoin's trading, due to markets being a zero-sum game, consider every percentage point to the negatives as an indication there's an opportunity to buy while other positions are at a loss. No guarantee that we're at or even near the exact local bottom, but playing probabilities with the dollar cost average strategy mixed in will historically bode well for your portfolio. Very interesting. Statistically, a pretty decent time to buy Bitcoin. And if we take a look at the realized cap hodl waves, these indicate we are nowhere near the peak. The 2018 peak was 85%. The 2021 peak was 74%. Right now, we're at 48%. And there's a lot of other things suggesting we're not even close to the peak. Now, we have had the U.S. government talking about a Bitcoin reserve. Now, Michael Saylor posted this. The ministers of finance and the Dutch government are interested in a national Bitcoin reserve. So things are likely in the very beginning. As a matter of fact, if you want to know how very beginning we are, this blows my mind. Quite interesting. Bitcoin has 32 halvings because all of Bitcoin will be mined by 2140. At that point, there will be no more halvings. But as of yet, we've only seen 4. Very interesting. Let that sink in. Bitcoin will be around, likely, for this much longer. And look at how small the block rewards will get. That's probably like 1 Satoshi or something like that all the way down there. Right now, block rewards are still more than 1 Bitcoin. Things are about to get pretty darn scarce if governments start competing for Bitcoin, and as there's less and less every time, every little Satoshi you can collect is probably to your advantage. Today's episode is sponsored by World Mobile Token. This is not an endorsement of the project, merely a review. Do your own due diligence. But let's take a look at what World Mobile Token has to offer. So if you head to their website, link down in the description, or worldmobiletoken.com, you can stake your claim in the connectivity revolution. With WMTX, the future of connectivity is in your hands. The foundational layer of the World Mobile Network, WMTX's secure blockchain infrastructure enables a new generation of wireless networks owned by users, focused on privacy, and built by communities. They did something pretty cool, which was mentioned in this documentary right here with Hurricane Helene. We'll get into that shortly. Now, if you take a look at the website, it tells you how WMTX powers the World Mobile Network. Basically, World Mobile customers pay for calls, text, and data using local currency, creating network revenue. EarthNode operators and stakers earn WMTX for processing network transactions and services for customers. And then World Mobile uses the network revenue to purchase WMTX from open markets. Operators and stakers are allocated the rewards that World Mobile purchased from open markets. The supply of WMTX is fixed even as the network grows. So the ecosystem down here, there's a bunch of different things like EarthNode, you can power the network. There's AirNode, you can run the network. There is staking, you can join the movement. And the mobile app Engage in the ecosystem can be the biggest mobile network in the world. TechCrunch article said that. And then they have their vault where you can securely manage your nodes, track rewards, and stake WMTX in your non-custodial vault. Own and control everything from your vault, manage your rewards in one place, store and encrypt your information on your chosen device. So that is on their network. They mentioned their partners down here: Base, Singularity Net, Chainlink, Input, Output. Now, as I mentioned, they recently, the price right here, World Mobile Token WMTX, right now trading at 41 cents. It does appear like there is a cup and handle. Maybe that's coming back, finding support on top of that. That would be a critical area to find support, right around 40 cents where the price is right now. Market cap, $203 million. You can check out the website, the white paper, the markets that it's available on, all the stuff down here. Right now, you can see it on MinSwap, Aerodrome, SundaySwap, Wing Riders, Vive Finance, Uniswap, PancakeSwap, KuCoin, HTX, MEXC, all of those places. Now, they just recently were helping out in Hurricane Helene's devastation. So they have this documentary you could watch When legacy mobile networks failed, hope was extinguished. With World Mobile's DPIN connectivity, decentralized public infrastructure connectivity, hope was restored. In the wake of Hurricane Helene's devastation, communities in North Carolina were left isolated, their communication lifelines severed. When legacy telecom providers couldn't deliver, World Mobile stepped in with DPIN technology to restore vital connectivity. And hope, connecting the disconnected, tells the powerful story of how our decentralized air node technology paired with Starlink backhaul reconnected those left in the dark. This isn't about just technology, it's about resilience, innovation, and enabling communities to reclaim power and take control of their future. Together, we're unstoppable. I believe there will be a link to that also down in the description. Now, this documentary was released on Mario Nowell, and he says how blockchain delivered life-saving connectivity after Hurricane Helene, and linked to it down there. You could find out more on their socials at WM Token for World Mobile Token, and you could check out them on Twitter. You could also take a look at World Mobile Team on Twitter and find the documentary there, find out more information about everything going on with that. So a few more notes they wanted me to mention. WMTX heavily undervalued for everything they're doing in real life and on chain. The all-time high of daily active users almost every month. This month, there was a day with over 500,000 users. The current market cap, 203 million, is small compared with Helium, which has less users, less utility, and less tech, according to them. Only big DPIN project to do something about the disaster. WMTX network and tech is complementary with Starlink, and they want to keep working with them. Can be seen in the movie, proof that the network can be rapidly deployed and provide connectivity even in disaster areas, meaning they can scale and deploy anywhere. Starlink wants to partner with World Mobile. According to them, also Starlink lead blown away by the DPIN technology. World Mobile eliminates the need for multiple Starlinks in remote disaster rural connectivity scenarios, and World Mobile DPIN technology enhances Starlink. Now, some people say Starlink already fixes this, but according to the Starlink lead in North Carolina, saying clearly it doesn't do this alone. Finally, the need to push strong foundations in the U.S. with Starlink coming into the U.S. market shares in 2025, heavily undervalued, like 8x undervalued versus Helium token. So all those things for World Mobile Token, linked down in the description. Thanks for sponsoring today's video. So that's all for this episode. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.